Hey everyone, welcome back to Writing Practices. Today we're going to talk about how to write a recommendation letter for an employee. This is an important letter when you want to help a colleague or former employee advance in their career. I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process so you know exactly what to include and how to make it as effective as possible. First off, let's start with the basics. The header. At the top of the letter, you'll include your own information. So that's your name, your job title, and the company you work for. Make sure to also add your company's address and contact details, like your email and phone number. This is important because the person receiving the letter needs to know who's recommending the employee. Right below that, you'll put the date. Always include the date so the recipient knows when the letter was written. Next, you'll address the recipient of the letter. If you know their name and title, include it. If not, you can address it more generally, like Dear Hiring Manager. Then, add the company name and address of the recipient. Make sure to double-check this information to get it right. All right, now let's move on to the opening paragraph. This is where you introduce the employee and explain how long you've known them. For example, you could say something like, I am pleased to write this letter of recommendation for employee's name, who has worked under my supervision at company name as a job title for the past number of years. It's always good to give some context about your relationship with the employee and your role in supervising them. In the second paragraph, it's time to dive into the employee's skills and contributions. You want to focus on what this employee did during their time with your company. Highlight their key responsibilities and achievements. For example, if they managed a project, led a team, or exceeded targets, this is the place to mention it. Be specific here. Talk about their strengths, like problem-solving, leadership, or communication, and how they positively impacted your company. This part of the letter is really about showing the recipient why the employee stands out. After that, you'll move into the third paragraph, which focuses on character and soft skills. Employers aren't just looking for someone with the right technical skills. They want someone who's a good fit for their company culture. So mention things like how the employee worked with others, their attitude, and how they contributed to the overall work environment. If they were always reliable, took the initiative, or had a positive attitude, make sure to include that here. You want to paint a picture of an employee who not only does great work, but also lifts up the team. Finally, wrap it up by giving your full recommendation for the employee. This is where you reaffirm your support, saying something like, I wholeheartedly recommend employee's name for any future opportunities. You can also offer to provide additional information if needed, adding a line like, if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me. And there you have it. You've written a solid recommendation letter for an employee that highlights their professional skills, personal strengths, and your genuine endorsement. Thanks for sticking around. With this structure, you'll be able to write a glowing recommendation letter that helps your employee stand out to their future employer. Keep practicing and check out more tutorials here on Writing Practices.